There you are. And actually, one more second.
Oh, there's like a table right there.
Yeah.
Oh god. I see people we can kill. Deacon charge.
There's a table in the way.
Exactly.
You're right, it's barricaded.
Let's see. One sec. The door swings outward from the room, towards you guys. Oh, wait. No, I can't say that because the magic missile obviously put the door forward. Never mind. Damn. So, yeah, you're right. The table is a barricade.
Reverse.
So, if we can't go this way, we have to go through the other door. And you said one leads to imminent death. So does that mean the campaign ends here because we all die?
Pretty much, yeah.
Or we just...
Well,
The first person to touch the door disintegrates.
It's fun.
Hunter, go ahead.
Shot not.
Good game, guys.
Alright, go position yourself by the other
okay,
door.
I should be able to cast.
No, Deacon, can't you do an athletics check to kick the door really hard and make the table swing? I mean, you're kind of a...
Strength check.
Strength, you know.
You could. Do you believe that's going to be
guy.
more advantageous than going through the other door?
Well, I mean, he said... Well,
The certain death thing is
if
just me shitting with you
one
guys,
leads-
right? Like, I'm just messing around.
Oh,
Okay, yep.
well, you're the DM. You could lie to
Well,
me.
and clearly I was lying to you. Well, one way or another, I guess.
We could have one group go through one door and one go through the other, and I could try kicking this door.
That's true.
I don't know. That's what you guys want to try.
Let's go
Yeah,
3 and
let's
3
do it.
then.
Okay, split them casters. Okay, you can go with the dog. Okay, that's good.
Let's, I'll add you guys to the initiative track.
I should be able to cast over the table, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Wow, and perfect. Deacon actually rolls
Two.
the top. Deacon is first, and I think it's very appropriate that he actually initiates the combat by kicking open this door.
Do you want me to use athletics or just strength?
Use athletics, that's fine.
Okay, this is gonna be funny.
Rolls a 1.
Leap over.
Yeah, watch it now again.
Roll a 1. He like stubs his toe.
Bam.
Very burly, very macho. We're all incredibly impressed. So here's what happens. You rear back, knock the door open with your booted foot. I don't know if... what kind of armor are you wearing? Scale?
A scale
Wait.
mail.
Oh, scale. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, so you've got a pretty heavily booted foot, and you easily kick the door aside without injuring your toes, luckily, and with enough force to bump the table out of the way. So the door swings open all the way. The table gets bumped somewhat. I'm not going to move it or redraw it or anything. So it's basically still in the same position that it is, but the door swings open. So it's still sort of in front of you as an obstacle, but it's not particularly difficult. It'll just cost you like an extra step to get on top of the table if you want to go that way. Nothing terrible. And let me reveal the view of the room here.
5 million just flapping books in the air trying to kill us.
Okay, that's how much you can see
Oh,
so
great.
far.
That's very helpful.
And I have some flavor text. I love flavor text. Bookshelves line the walls of this room, and the tables are covered with open books and alchemical liquids and powders. A few listless goblins stand near the entrances, not paying much attention. Luckily for you guys. Another goblin in an ill-fitting but ornate robe browses through tomes on the shelf across from the entrance. He rips a page from a book and chants something quickly. The page disappears in a flash of green light. Then, as you kick open the door, or in reaction to you kicking open the door, the well-dressed goblin looks toward you and lets out a high-pitched scream. He grabs a book and starts searching it frantically. The other goblins snap to attention and draw their blades. So let me add them to the initiative. Even the ones you can't see yet. How come it only rolled
Of course,
one?
they're all on the right side, the door we didn't decide.
Oh, look at this. 15.05. What is this bullshit?
There we go. Ooh, Goblin Cutter number 4 is actually pretty good at reacting. He's apparently he had his blade in his hand already. He was actually sharpening it, so he's ready to go right away. And he's gonna go next. And well, what other thing can he possibly do other than run straight into the big burly fighter?
Do I still have any actions? Because that was a standard, right?
Yes, that was a standard. I will say you can go ahead and use a move if you'd like. And a minor, of course.
Well, as a free action... this is going to be fun, just because I did this a lot in another game that I played. As a free action, I am going to draw the Great Axe I stole off the Orc. And I'm going... Yeah, it's a free action with Master at Arms.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, it's a minor action.
You're trying to cheat.
Oh, that's good. No, well, can I still do this? Because I was just going to wing the axe at a goblin or something.
Well, not without spending an action point.
You can't really see the
I'll
goblin.
just-
Right, because your standard is
Just
to
end
kick
my
open the
turn
door.
in
You've
the
got a move
doorway.
and a minor left. Throwing is a standard, so you can do that if you use another action point. So
There's not much I can do
you're just
then.
going to stand there, block the doorway, protect Zadoran?
You can get up on the table.
Yeah, I'll
You
get up
can
on the
stand
table.
Up on the table.
Bam.
And you have the high ground, so you get extra vision. And we cannot see any goblins.
Except those. Oh,
Do you want me to roll?
you click off yourself and you'll see the room.
Do I need to roll to
No,
get up on
no,
the
just
table?
climb up the table, that's fine.
No, it's a
And yeah, if
movement.
you have yourself selected, you can only see what your character is seeing, apparently, but if you don't have yourself selected, you should see the player, the party view.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so Goblin Cutter number 4 is going to charge forward at Deacon. And he's going to swing his kind of pathetic looking, almost half rusted short sword at you. This guy doesn't have... All these little Goblin Cutters don't have particularly good equipment. Looks like they're probably at the bottom of the rung in terms of goblins, and they just kind of pick up what the other people throw away. 16 versus AC, I believe is a miss.
Miss.
Oops, no, Honto is not next. I gotta take him out. Chimera is up.
I think every combat we've ever been in, you always add Honto and then go, oh, why did I add Honto? And then take it
Yeah,
out
because I
again.
just select all the players and then hit roll initiative for everyone. And Honto just happens to be in that pile.
Yep, I think Chimera has to move over to this door or open that door.
What? I know. Is it my
Yes,
turn?
sir, it is.
Or,
Yes, it's...
okay. I am actually going to... I have to have vision. So yeah, I guess I will just move.
Okay.
And I am just going to support Deacon and just do Mind Thrust on Goblin Cutter 4.
Alright. Roll to hit. That's versus Will, right?
Oh wait, to hit, that was damage. Yes, it's versus 5. Plus, yeah, it's a miss anyways.
Really? What do you add?
Because it's plus 5, it's 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 10 is not quite enough.
I didn't add the 5, I didn't add. So I just whiff.
That's unfortunate. As weak-willed as these goblins are, you run over here so quickly, and you can't make line of sight with him long enough to really focus in on his puny little walnut-sized brain. Next up is Goblin Cutter
Okay,
number 5.
Don't I still have a minor action?
Oh yes,
though?
absolutely.
Deacon, are you going to be attacking the Goblin Cutter 4 after this, or?
I'm gonna magic missile him.
Yeah.
I was asking
If you
Deacon.
want in... If you want to use distract, you can, but I don't know.
No,
I
because
don't
you're
know.
gonna magic missile. If he's gonna magic missile Goblin Cutter Force, no use because it always hits. So I won't use distract because it's only for the next attack.
Use it on like number 1 or something. Use it on somebody else.
Well, they have to get hit. I think it only.
We don't
lasts
know how
for one
tough they
turn.
are, so it might not even be worth it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just won't use it then. I'll just stay here.
Let's be frugal with our powers for now and then dish it out as we need to.
Alright, so you're not taking any other action?
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay here.
Alright, I guess Goblin Cutter number 5 will come over this way, and I believe he could diagonally attack Chimeri.
Around a corner.
Around a corner with Deacon standing right there.
I'm trying to see. I know you can't move
9
around the
degrees.
corner. I'm just going to have to check to see how the targeting works.
Goblin doesn't have vision on him.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Unless vision works out.
Well, you can sort of see half the tile.
Yep, I suppose so.
Let me just see here. He'll have cover against him. So, alright, he'll just attack Deacon then, rather than deal with the -2. (22 versus AC.
Hit.
You get smacked for a whopping 4 points of damage as the short sword clangs against your armor and bruises the flesh beneath.
Guys, I think we should run away.
Agreed.
We boxed you in, man. We boxed you in.
And he curses you in
I'm gonna
Goblinish.
attack my way through you then. Get out of the way!
Yeah,
I don't know if
will.
anyone wants to translate for you or not.
Are you gonna mark? Never mind. Not your turn.
You can't. It's not his turn. Yep. I'm magic missile Goblin Cutter number 4.
Alright, he falls over and dies. You just like, after your poor performance against
Oh,
the
so
door,
they're
you
minions.
feel like you have to redeem yourself, so you aim super carefully and land it right between his eyes and explode his face.
Why would I aim for his eye when I can aim for his crotch? Like,
Okay, you can go for the crotch shot.
That's a
if
good
you'd
question,
like.
actually.
exactly.
Move in minor.
And my turn. I like this cover.
I'm pretty good cover.
Now, Goblin Cutter number 1 would like to get in there and flank, but it doesn't seem to be an option without drawing attacks of opportunity, so I guess he'll just move there and then attack. 19 versus AC. Take another 4
it.
points of damage, fool. Mwahaha!
Just wait.
The vicious goblin army is wearing you guys down. Ervan, you are up.
Alright, so I'm going to use a minor action to open the door. If it's not locked.
Yep, that's fine. I'll allow that. You can just push it open. It's not locked in any way.
Alright, so
I'll reveal the view.
I'm going to move and attack Goblin Cutter number 2.
Is that a double door, Quill?
It is a double door, and we can say that he's just shoved them both open if you want.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was double door, that's all.
19 versus AC, 8
On
damage.
Goblin Cutter number 2, that is enough to slice him in half with your longsword. You just lop off his head and neck.
I'm done.
It's a Tome Ripper's turn.
Yes! Rort, the Goblin Tome Ripper, looks and watches as his goblins fall one by one, and he's kind of unhappy about this. So, he'd been searching through the bookshelf all this time, since the door opened. And finally, you see there's an aha, and a eureka moment on his face as he pulls down a particular volume, flips through it very quickly, grabs one page out of the volume, tears it out, holds it in his hand, and you watch the page suddenly burst into flames. And, oh, this is my favorite one! Awesome! Let's see. Then Goblin Cutter number 5, who is just to the right of Deacon, suddenly explodes in a spray of guts and flame and acid.
Ow.
So, Goblin Cutter number 5 does die. But then it's going to do an area of effect on both Deacon and Chimeri. Now, Chimeri is going to get the +2 from cover.
What is it against?
Versus
Just
Reflex.
wondering.
So first is going to be Deacon. 24 versus Reflex certainly has.
Yep.
And this is versus Chimeri. That's with the -2.
Holy
That's going to
cow.
miss.
Yep.
Oh, that's not damage. Okay.
No, that's damage. Oh, I rolled so poorly on damage. God.
Chimeri did a matrix dodge. Completely.
Well, this is going well for me.
You're the tank, it's better you get hurt than us.
Yeah, fair
He
enough.
kind of... So the Tome Ripper smirks at you guys with satisfaction, and then he goes and rips the second page out of the tome. And next to him materializes a disgusting gray ooze.
Oh boy.
Who rolls up to initiative, and I was hoping he'd roll really poorly so he'd actually get to go right away, but he's not going to be able to. Rourke will then take off and run up the stairs to where there are more book stacks.
Uh-oh, there's more than one ooze if this is Grey Ooze number 1. Is he still in combat?
Sure, he's still in combat.
Okay.
Actually, he's going to move there so he's out of line of sight. There, much better. Now, Goblin Cutter number 3 is going to go, and, well, I guess he'll attack Ervin since he's adjacent to him. 10 versus AC is definitely a miss. And bringing up the rear is the noble and stalwart Grumden.
Okay, I'm gonna move behind the Goblin Cutter number 3.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not quite going to be able to get to that square without drawing attacks of opportunity, unfortunately.
Oh, so I can get closer?
You could get just... no. There.
You can go through Ervin. He's... No, wait.
Without drawing attacks of opportunity, you can reach there.
Oh, yeah, because he has to move next to him. Okay.
Okay. And I guess I'm gonna use only my basic melee attack.
You never want to use your basic melee attack, because invariably your at-will powers will always be better, or at least as good, but usually better, and you can use them as many times as you want, so you should always use at least an at-will power.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my power Words of Diminishment against him. So I'm rolling versus AC.
Yep. So usually this would be a D6 or a D20 plus 6. However, that's what your current power card says. But now because you're using a +1 weapon, it's actually slightly better than that. It's a D20 plus 7.
Okay.
Very good. That easily lands, and your your mace just crushes into the goblin. But as he's doing that, the spray of blood that ejects from the goblin as you crush his brain gets partially absorbed by the weapon and into you, infusing you with temporary hit points.
Ooh, nice. So now damage.
This is a minion.
It just dies, I
He's
believe.
dead.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's dead.
Yep, one shot every time. So you currently have 5 temporary hit points. We'll just have to remember that if you take damage.
Okay.
Does that increase over his actual hit point limit?
Yes, it does. These are hit points that are lost first, basically.
Ooh. Okay, cool.
So I can add 5 hit points now.
Yeah, just remember it.
You're max.
Don't
so-
add any hit points because that actually won't add. Just remember that you have these temporary hit points.
Alright. And I will end my turn.
Alright, Deacon the Bloodied, you are currently up.
Alright, I'm just gonna use Reaping Strike on this guy, and let's see. What does it take to use Second Wind?
For you, it would be a standard action.
Standard.
Actually, sorry. If I can backtrack here, Grumden, before you end your turn, you may want to use your minor action to use your Word of Mending to heal Deacon.
Yeah.
Okay. Word of Mending. Rune of Mending, did you mean?
Yes, sorry, Rune of Mending.
Yeah. So I roll 1d20? Or...
You actually don't have to. It just automatically hits an ally. You pick an ally within 5 squares of you, and that ally can use a healing surge.
Yeah, okay, so I do that. Minor action, and then end my turn.
Okay. The other thing, when you use, and unfortunately the Rune Priest is a very complicated class, whenever you use one of your powers, you have to choose whether you're using it with your Rune of Destruction style or Rune of Protection, which leaves a sort of a lingering buff behind. It probably won't matter too much on this one, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess it sort of does.
Well, if he centers a Rune of Destruction on me, that means Chimerian and Xenorn would get +2 damage, I think.
It's actually centered on himself, the Rune of Mending.
Oh, alright.
But it does reach 5 squares, so
Yeah,
it would
so
reach
it won't do
everyone,
anything.
actually.
Oh, okay, so I used a Rune of Destruction. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Deacon, remember to heal, and now it's your turn.
And I'm just gonna use Reaping Strike on this guy.
Go for it.
Well, it's more, if I miss, I still do 4 damage to him, so would that pop him?
No, unfortunately, minions never take damage on a miss.
Yeah, because
Really?
that's why you can't daily.
No, I mean, Reaping Strike on a miss does 4 damage anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they can't take damage from miss.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
special thing. They only ever have 1 hit point, but they are explicitly, they never take damage from a miss.
I think I
That's
hit him.
probably a hit, yeah.
I thought that was a crit for a second.
Another one bites the dust. Any other actions?
Kaboom.
Dick, you want to move up and give us vision on the boss, so me and Kamara can shoot him down?
Yeah, I guess I'll move into
mark.
the aura, maybe? Like, I wouldn't be able to attack him anyways.
No, we just need vision on the boss. He's like in the top right corner, I think.
Yeah, how far can I move? Does this count as difficult terrain? The table?
No. Just hopping up to the table takes an extra square of action, that's all.
Alright, so I can move up to my movement speed. So, should I move into combat with the guy? What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead and mark him.
if you
Do
mark
your
him.
thing.
Well, I wouldn't be able to hit him, so I can't mark him.
Okay, never mind that. Might as
Yeah, I'll
well
just
wait to
move.
get a hit.
Yeah, I'll just move once.
We need
oh,
space
you guys
on
don't
the
have
table.
vision. Yeah.
I actually have
Well,
vision
you-
of the boss. Of the ooze.
Yeah, you guys can pile in behind
Yeah.
me, and it's not like the boss can really get to
Okay.
you.
Alright.
I think this is good.
Chimera, you're up.
Let's see. I'm just gonna measure this really. I believe Mind Thrust has a range of. Okay, I guess I'm going to go ahead and mind thrust the ooze. It's 23.
Yeah, it's funny, like, do oozes
I think
even
that
have
might hit.
mines to thrust? But I suppose they do. 23 is a hit.
Okay, now for the damage. 12.
Well, that's a pretty good roll. Alright, you do infiltrate the oozy brain and find something there that you can screw around with and injure the gray ooze psychically. Anything else?
Deacon, are you gonna go in and attack next turn?
Yeah, next turn.
Oh wait, but never mind. I will not use the minor action. I'm good
Get
for
up
right
on the
now.
table. Get up on the table.
Oh yeah, I will.
Get behind me.
There we go.
I suppose I have to take the long way around since I can't get up on this table.
Yeah. Or now you can.
Yay. I run through. And we should take out the boss who's summoning shit, but since I don't have vision on him, I use Phantom
Yeah, we
Cage.
can't really see him.
How do you not have vision on him?
10.
He doesn't have vision on the
Oh,
boss.
I thought you were talking about the
Yeah.
ooze. Okay. I thought you guys were referring to the
10 versus Will.
That is unfortunately not enough.
How
You just
willful
can't
is he?
figure out his oozy brain enough to affect him with an illusion.
Okay, I end my turn.
Okay. Now it's the Grey Ooze's turn. So, let me just read the character description on this guy. Oh yes, yes, yeah. Oh yes, yes, very good.
Oh god.
He's gonna attack me. I'm the squishy target. I probably should have moved.
No, he's gonna bring in like 6 more oozes.
Yep.
Yeah, the ooze definitely oozes forward, leaving a slime trail behind, and basically is trying to just like ooze himself all over Chimera. Just gives him a big hug.
Does it help that we're up on a table, or no?
It's not a bad question. I'll check to see what the elevation rolls are. I know in 3rd edition you get +1 to hit if you were higher than your target, but I'm not sure this is going to help here. I'll see though. 21 versus Fortitude is going to be a hit regardless.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, the ooze is basically like rubbing itself against you, and the acid from the ooze is soaking in through your robes and burning against your skin. In fact, it feels like it's almost seeped in past your skin and is rotting away your very bones. The attack is called Bone
Oh
Melt.
crap. Okay.
By the sounds of it, I think it melts bones.
You take 10 points of acid damage, and you are going to take a -2 penalty to Fortitude. Save ends. And then the ooze is going to slink away silently and shift like so.
So it can shift how many squares?
It has a minor action that allows it to shift 2 squares.
Quill, can you go ahead and do the damage for me?
Yeah, if you go to your window menu, and in there choose selection,